Rikskrim.
Hello everybody.
Welcome back to another podcast with me, Edvin, Oscar and Ludde. Today we're talking about Ekobrottsmyndigheten. No, we're not. Welcome back to another heated discussion about how to launder money using YGO cards, which we had a very nice talk about up until now. But now, allegedly,
laundering
in Minecraft, yes,
laundering Minecraft money with Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so as always, well, let's just get into it. So what we're gonna talk about, I guess, the first thing, let's go over the theory with like how Yu-Gi-Oh cards is the best way to launder money. Yeah.
Well, okay, no.
That's only for the.
I think laundering money through Yu-Gi-Oh cards must be so fucking easy. If you have like a large amount of cash.
Yeah.
You just have to go to events and buy singles and then just sell them on card market.
But like, how do you make money? Well, I mean, I guess
you
don't need to make
you don't
make
have
money.
to make any money. You just have to like.
But it's also like when you're purchasing those cards. Like the thing is, so first of all, let's say you have the money to launder money. Usually, you would have the money like as cash, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you would go buy cash. It kind of works.
I think it's super easy as long as the cash is in a currency that people like use for Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like euros.
I suppose.
Yeah. Then it's super easy.
If you have 10,000 euros in Swedish crowns, then it's a bit harder because you have to go to another. You have to travel to another country where it's easier to exchange money without people asking questions.
Yeah.
And then also buy enough Yu-Gi-Oh singles to where it's to where you can make it worth the trip.
Yeah.
I think that's super easy
to
buy Yu-Gi-Oh singles.
Yeah, but I mean, there are more steps where you would make a net negative on the money.
Yeah.
Provided you are making the money that needs to be laundered in a country like Germany, where you could just drive to essentially any event in Europe to do the business, it gets a lot easier. Or I think like if you live where we live, you would have to bring the money in like a bag. They're gonna scan it at the airport, then you're screwed. Like, they're gonna ask questions if you bring 10,000 euros or whatever in cash, like in a bag. Yeah, they're definitely gonna ask.
They could probably mail some down there to someone you know. I think all of that is like fairly easy to get around.
I don't know, dude. I feel like
money is so. Oh my god.
No, I used to think like if you have it in the right currency, it's fucking free real estate.
Oh yeah, like especially
even if it's Swedish crowns and I go to Nats and I just buy cards from everyone at Nats, no one's gonna ask any questions there, and then you sell it on card.
Yeah, no.
I mean, yeah, but it's like.
Well, people don't really like cash that much.
But people are fine with it, especially if they're
You could also probably get away with. Let's say you're gonna buy cards from someone for 193 euros. You're gonna be like, oh, here you go, take 300.
Yeah.
Or take 200 flat cash.
Yeah.
And then they're probably gonna be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because they made money.
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, I feel like it would work. But at the same time, it feels like there's so many pitfalls, and it's like, why wouldn't you just open up an Italian restaurant and like have no one go there and just launder the money way faster that way?
Because I don't know how to run an Italian restaurant.
No, you don't need to. You don't need to run an Italian restaurant.
No one goes there.
No one goes there. No one visits. You don't sell anything on the menu. It's just there as a front to launder money, like all the classical stuff, you know.
Yeah. You just give the money to your friends. They go there, and then they give you the money. You pretend to give them food, and then you.
I mean, I think NFTs is just the Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but easier. Like NFTs are the biggest fucking scam.
You can't buy an NFT for cash.
That's the thing.
What are you gonna do? Mail someone who have $500,000.
Because everyone in Yu-Gi-Oh uses cash. It's so easy, and then you sell it on card market, and there's like open-ended.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's true.
There's like. And I don't think there's any pitfalls outside of the fact like you need to like get the money to an event in the right currency.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's super easy.
I mean, if we just start driving to events, I think it's free.
Also, but like eventually people are gonna hear, oh, there's this guy who's like walking around with like buying all these expensive cards for cash.
But that's
like, dude, you're gonna get jumped.
No, Have you seen any of the backpack vendors or vendors at real white stations? There's so many people that have bizarre amounts of cash on them.
Yeah, someone just rolls up to you with a binder full of all the warnings.
Yeah, so they literally have like bizarre amounts in cards and cash already. Like the amount of cash that's used at a Yu-Gi-Oh event is bizarre. There's like that's not the risk.
Yeah, someone goes around with a suitcase and it has like 10 binders, and every single binder is just a fifth of the binder is one card max rarity, 1/5 is another, 1/5 is another, 1/5 is another, and that's so 50 cards all in max rarity split over 10 binders.
It's basically half the GDP of a small Balkan nation, basically.
Yeah.
In the backpack, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think it's so easy. I think
probably
it's ironically the easiest shit you can get away with.
in Minecraft, we would never do this. This is all for educational purposes or something.
A thought experiment.
Yeah, a thought experiment. Have you guys been doing Movember, by the way?
I accidentally did no shave November for the first 2 to 3 weeks because I had a herpes outbreak at the start, so I couldn't shave.
Yeah.
Because that's a fucking disaster. And then
blood everywhere.
Yeah, and then so the second it went away, I just went and got rid of it.
Yeah. Jesus.
I don't get that much, but I feel so stanky.
Yeah, it's like the same. I accidentally did it like halfway through November, and at this point it's like might as well run the 3 last days through, you know.
But why? Like, what's the?
It's funny because then I can say I completed this one, this November challenge, even if I failed the other one. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's not talk about my sexual habits more than that. But yeah, I don't know. The thing with shaving is that I don't know, dude. The annoying part, I use one of the regular razors. Like, it just gets clogged up after one pull, and then you just have to wash it.
Not if you shave once a week.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Well, just start doing it.
Dude, I feel like
how long does it take you to shave?
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you shave every week, it takes 3.
Yeah.
At most. And then 2 minutes of that is just getting the lather and.
And still.
And you look better.
Dude, when I shave, I look like I'm not even 15. Like, I'll get fucking ID for
a day.
I'll get ID'd for an energy drink, dude.
Oh, wow, man.
Yeah, fucking hell. Like, when I worked in schools, they thought I was one of the students. Like, Jesus Christ.
The classic American high school drama trope.
Oh yeah, there you go.
The young substitute teacher.
21
I work here.
baby.
Fuck you. All bus.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
21 Jump Street, but it's Edwin and not Jonah Hill.
21 Jump Street, but we're judges at a YCS trying to find the illegal Starlight Lures.
Did you
guys know that one of my teammates got thrown out of YCS for buying things with cash? Yeah.
That's not.
What?
Yeah, one of the guys.
From other players, yes.
Yes, from other players.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, but he got thrown out. I think on the first day or the day before the actual event.
Oh.
So he was trading cards.
Jonas Häggås.
We were just standing there trading cards. And was like, okay, can you do cash for this? And we're like, yeah, sure. And then immediately one guy was sitting there you just sell that for cash? Did you just buy that for cash? Yeah. Konami Judge, you're out of here. He was like a plain clothes cop. Get him out of here! Get him out! He was like a plain clothes cop. It was like special forces unit, you know. Konami's special reserve. The Narc, you know. Fucking hell.
I mean, I feel like it's so hard to get caught, buying and selling cars on a YCS.
Yeah, probably. I think he was just super fucking unlucky.
Yeah, you just get up to a guy. You have trades. You look at you trading this? Yes, value. €30. Okay. Do you want to see my binder? Sure. I didn't find anything. Okay, come here, and then go into the bathroom and just give him the €30.
That's so funny. I sold a bunch of cards to some Germans at YCS Düsseldorf, but they had an actual business. So we had to go into the bathroom, then I had to sign a tax receipt.
What?
So they could fucking, so they had it on paper. It's so funny.
You signed away your entire life.
No, it was just
your newborn son.
So they can show the fucking, the tax collectors or whatever, where the money comes from. It's we bought the cards and
stuff. So it isn't that easy to launder money.
It's not that easy.
It is that easy if you sell it on card market, but I don't know. I don't know. I've never experienced that before. The vendors don't do it at the events, but those guys randomly had a little fucking pamphlet with a bunch of
It's a scene from Squid Game where it's sign here with your blood.
No.
Did they sign with their blood in Squid Game?
Yeah, the first episode.
The guy.
They punch him in the face, starts bleeding, and then He's like, sign this paper, sign away all your human rights.
Oh,
but not like the actual game, it's like the guys he owes money.
They
want to
sharks.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And he goes, I don't have a pen. And they're like, oh, but you have blood right there. So he goes, oh.
Yeah, that show is fucking... I've just seen like posts about it on Twitter that was named Mr. Beast is doing a Squid Game.
No, he's done it.
Talk about missing the fucking point. Jesus Christ! How fucking like media illiterate do you need to be thinking? Like, it's one thing if it's Fight Club, but if it's Squid Game, go, this is pretty cool. We should do this.
It's the Warhammer syndrome.
Jesus Christ!
Gold Emperor Beast.
Yeah, it's the same as fucking Fallout. Like people ironically like looking at Liberty Prime in Fallout 3 destroying the last remnants of the US government by like shouting American propaganda. People go like, wow, cool robot!
It's fucking gamers.
Yeah, like seriously, I don't know if it's just Americans, but in general, people are fucking media literate, man. It's like there's that hilarious tweet where one person is like, analyzing media is actually deeply disrespectful towards the author, and it's like no,
it's the opposite.
I feel like so many people like haven't grown out of the phase when you were, because remember like I know I had one in middle school where I was kind of critical towards like analyzing works of art, because it's like maybe they just wrote that the sky is blue because the sky is blue, you know, but there's always usually deeper meaning to stories. That's when stories are good, when they have deeper meaning.
Well, also the author's point is also like the least valuable one when it comes to art, like so
I mean, I suppose because that's the thing, they are influenced by things around them whether they want to or not.
Like art is just art gets its value and meaning from people experiencing the art and feeling something.
That's what like
and
the intentions behind the story are like usually quite shit, or like not shit but irrelevant.
Yeah,
so like how we should evaluate the piece of media.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
like everybody's point of view about art is irrelevant to other people unless they're interested.
No, but the author is always irrelevant in a sense, like because
I don't know about that one, Chief.
I mean, largely when you talk about like art analysis, like you never consider what the artist wanted to achieve or like what their intentions were, because those are always like subject to like retroactive change. And also, like, it's not really meaningful what the art.
I mean, sure, but if you do a art installation about something they're trying to bring awareness to, something like violence against women or something, then I think that's pretty relevant. If that's like the message.
Sure. Sure, but then it's like also like more. Then it's a question of like adding context to the piece of art and not like if you want to talk about like a book and like what the author like. Oh, well, that's like the J.K. Rowling meme, and like how. You change like the back, like, or you like rather invent things retroactively. Like what the author says is usually not relevant. Yeah,
I think sometimes maybe authors can't understand their own motivations to do things. For example, like authors could write a book that they in their mind think, oh, this book is. Let's say they write a book that is really, really fucking sexist, and in their mind this is justified. But everyone else can see, oh, this is really sexist.
Yeah.
The author isn't right then, because like subconsciously they're just.
Well, that's also why you like evaluate the piece of media in itself. Like even if there's like a good social or political like reasoning behind it, if that's impossible to interpret it like through experiencing the art or whatever, then it's like not that valuable. Especially if the art maybe expresses like something that is completely different to the naked eye.
And like that kind of brings me back to one thing I did. I've started writing some written reviews of video games just for my own sort of, because I think it's fun. And I was doing one on Fallout 3, and I think what I like remembered is what was it? Because I was writing the review from the perspective of what's the game like to play now. Like what is it like now? Yeah. Even though a game like Doom, maybe from like 1993, was like really, really insane back then and just completely fresh, brand new, like revolutionary in every way. Nowadays it's kind of standard fare in the same way that, like, for example, Modern Warfare, like the first Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it's kind of par for the course for us nowadays, but back then it was really invigorating and like brand new and fresh. And I think that's like something that I felt is like it's okay for media to sometimes be like worse now than it was then because it brought about change.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, I
Like
think
that's a conversation I have with people about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, because I don't think the original trilogy. I don't think they're good movies. Like I think they're really like not really bad, but like I think they're really average sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
And then some people will tell me, oh no, but you have to think about like they were very revolutionary at the time when they released.
Yeah.
And sure, I can buy that, but that doesn't mean they're good.
Exactly.
Like, from a production standpoint.
But that doesn't really say like is it good or bad? Is it significant or not? Like the movies are super significant.
Exactly.
But, like, by today's standard, they aren't impressive.
Exactly, and I think that's the difference. And you sort of have to sort of make that clear. I think when you if you start to review a piece or like start looking into deeper in the media, like in what angle am I looking from this from? Is it what it was like when it was released? Because at that time, the original Godzilla movie was like one of the most impressive monster movies ever made, right? But nowadays, it's just kind of slow. It's kind of boring, honestly. I've watched that movie like 10 times. But honestly, even though someone who likes it, that's a slow movie. Like it's a really long time to get going. It takes itself almost a bit too seriously, etc., etc. And I think like you have to be able to view it from both points, or at least make up your mind or communicate from what perspective you are viewing it from.
Yes,
when you
of course.
look at a piece of media, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, sure. But like things are allowed to age poorly. I think
absolutely.
As long as they were, well, things can age poorly even though they were bad and they just become worse. But
yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess every media is a victim of its own context. I guess.
Yeah.
In society. All right. Well, so now we've talked about media, tax fraud, all kind of shit for a couple minutes. So let's talk about some of the events that are upcoming.
Yes.
So YCS Utrecht, sheesh, that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. When it doesn't happen,
we're going probably.
Yeah.
Probably we're already.
We
booked flights and
we are going if it's.
What's the problem?
You never know. I'm just saying. We're probably going, but you should never say.
Unless Edwin gets shot when he tries to launder money next week.
Yeah, exactly. If I don't get jumped because of the 10,000 euros I kept in my bag.
If it's possible to go, we'll go.
Yes, absolutely.
Or we will go.
We will go as long as nothing.
As long as
stopping
we're allowed
us.
into the country, we're going.
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna get a call like tomorrow from like the embassy saying, "Heard you guys were laundering money."
Someone is a goddamn narc in the comments.
Jesus Christ. Fucking, who do you think it is? Who's the biggest narc in the UK community? Who would be like most likely to see this and go like, I'm reporting this to the police? I think Zemo or DCF.
No. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. Like Zemo was banned from Worlds. He wasn't allowed to attend because he said because he spoke about Konami something money. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah. But even I know that part, but I think he's trying to get back to their good graces, you know.
I mean, sure, but I don't think Zemo would narc.
His way back is narking on other community members.
Okay, who else we got? DC though.
I think there's a guy, a Swedish Yu-Gi-Oh player who would definitely narc.
Oh, okay, yes, we know, yeah.
No doxing, but we all know who it is.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely, he would not.
The eternal champion of a specific European region.
Exactly.
Self-proclaimed.
Yes. The man who sees an exit monster goes, "Wow!" Yeah, exactly.
The man whose favorite extra deck mechanic is XYZ Summon.
Yeah. Yes.
It did happen to play Jack Brune's exact list at the same event.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they knew each other, so.
Yeah, they were roommates. Friends. They were friends allegedly and played tested together or whatever. But then, and they both went to YCS Barcelona, played the same deck. Jack won the event. Sick. And the other guy he
won the public.
Yeah, he won the public playoff. So for a while he had the prize card. He brought it around like in his binder, and he was like to randoms on Swedish regionals. It was like. Yeah. I won this card of the public event playoff when I played the same exact list as Jack Brun when he won YCS Barcelona.
Yeah.
The man who has never topped a premier event.
He was close though. He bubbled one. What do you mean?
That's my point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, close is not enough.
Either you have excuses or you have results.
Hungry talk mad shit or get shit.
That's a really good quote from a really terrible movie. By the way, have you seen that? Red Notice?
Red Notice? No, I have not seen.
Yeah, it's a Netflix movie with starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and God, what's her face?
God, what a fucking cast.
Yep. God damn, what's her face? I know this.
It's a woman.
Yes, girl who plays Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Is it Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot.
Is it? Because she's not French. Gadot sounds like
Jane.
Gadot.
No, she's Israeli.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah, she's Israeli.
Yeah.
It was a big. That was a big. That was a big
if
controversial thing in the media.
If you pronounce it Gadot, then it's kind of. If you don't pronounce it in the French way, that sounds very Yankee to like fucking.
Yeah, but I think it's Gadot because I think
I don't know. Like
it sounds very French.
I think the.
I was thinking
the general pronunciation is Gal Gadot. That's how like everyone in the media says it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
She hasn't came out, as far as I know, and said that we're mispronouncing her name.
Yeah.
Although she could in a couple of years, and then we'll have to change it.
You know who did say that? There's the drummer in Rush, Neil Peart.
Yeah.
He's actually named Neil Peart, and he's been like saying that like every interview is ever like people is like actually it's Neil Peart, but everyone just calls him Neil Peart anyway. Now he's dead, so like.
So now we're allowed to mispronounce his name.
Yes.
And he can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Love you, Neil Peart. Shout out. Yeah. Inshallah.
Keep it alive. Keep it
Your
alive.
spirits, yes. Alright, so what were we talking about? We were talking about fucking Gal Gadot. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson, he plays the same guy in every movie.
Yes, Ryan Reynolds does too. He plays himself in every movie. Just like
No, that's Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling? No, Ryan Gosling has
No, he just plays boys with autism.
Yeah, of course I have to change my personality. There's a new Ryan Gosling movie out.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
You know, but like ever since Ryan Reynolds did Deadpool, I feel like he's been.
Ryan Reynolds has just fallen into his own. He's just become a parody of himself. I feel like I don't know. I don't get the hype around Ryan Reynolds. I'm just gonna say it. Deadpool was kind of a shit movie, and Ryan Reynolds is not that funny, and he is not hot. I don't know, dude.
That's what we have Ryan Gosling for.
Okay, but your straight plus ratio plus your bald. I don't
No,
know.
but seriously, it's only straight guys who think that Ryan Reynolds is hot.
That's not factual.
That's true, yes. Gay guys and queer guys, and just like anyone who's not straight doesn't really think that Ryan Reynolds is all that. He's like made for the male gaze.
Ryan Gosling is. That's I don't know.
Yeah, no, Ryan Reynolds. The people who hype Ryan Reynolds are straight guys.
Well, I mean, yeah, straight guys are the ones who hype Ryan Reynolds the most.
Yeah, and say, "Oh
but
my god, it's so hot."
It's not exclusively straight guys that say Ryan
No,
Reynolds
excuse me. I think it's quite an over.
No, I've met a lot of women that they go, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds kind of snack."
Nah,
He capping.
Nah,
but I mean, he is kind of a snack.
He's kind of meh, isn't he? I mean, he looks okay, but he's Hollywood famous looking good, but he's not like, sheesh.
You know,
I don't know. I still think the hottest.
But like the bar is quite low for straight men to look good. If you clean yourself and don't act like a fucking idiot, you know.
Yeah, I suppose. But even then, like, I don't know. I still think like no other Hollywood celebrity is ever gonna look as good as Brad Pitt. I think Brad Pitt is like the gold standard, and I think he's always gonna be.
I don't know.
Because when he was 51, he looked like he was like 30.
Gold.
I mean, sure, but
he's like almost 60 now. He looks like he's 40. Dude, Brad Pitt is always gonna look insanely good. Yeah, he's.
I mean, sure, yeah, but like I think there are people hotter than Brad Pitt, like celebrities as well.
Dude,
he's not.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know, like of course he's hot. He's just not.
It's like him
my
and David
personal
Beckham, like the male archetype of like.
I suppose. Yeah.
Older, good-looking guys.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I guess Brad Pitt, the way he currently looks now, that he's a bit older, he reminds me a bit of Clint Eastwood. This sort of rough, handsome
prime Clint Eastwood, not today.
Not today Clint Eastwood, because he looks like a walking corpse, yes. But no, prime Clint Eastwood, like we're talking 60s Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck it up. Yeah. Oh, I don't know in general.
Well, I was gonna bawl about the Red Notice, but since
go ahead.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It's just they play art thieves, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Dwayne poses as an FBI agent
Yeah.
through half of the movie, and it's just so weird because the movie takes itself so seriously, and
Yeah.
at the start you think, oh, it's just like the plot is like it's kind of serious.
Yeah.
All these characters are who they say they are, or whatever. And it's just Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Ryan Reynolds have kind of good comedical chemistry, so they joke a bunch, bounce off each other,
Yeah.
and then the last 15 minutes of the movie is just like a new plot twist, and then it's a new plot twist, and it's just a parody comedy in the end, but it doesn't.
Are the plot twists like heist movie plot twists, like in the same way that like Ocean's 11 has plot twists?
God damn, I haven't seen any single Ocean's movie.
Oh, okay.
No, but like in the end, at the start, you think that the Gal Gadot character,
Yeah.
she's like not sold him out. Like she gave him a tip about the like Ryan Reynolds guy, where he was gonna be and what kind of art he was gonna steal. So they get him, they put him in jail,
Yeah.
and then somehow she makes it seem like Dwayne was in on it, so then he also goes to jail, and then for the entirety of the movie he's just like, oh, I'm gonna get my life back, I'm gonna put her in jail, and at the end it's revealed that he was just in it to get some information out of Ryan Reynolds so he could steal the last piece of an art trilogy, and then he and Gal Gadot were together the whole time. And
okay.
it's all because she always shows up where they are, even though they think they've led her astray, and then she just shows up, and we watched it together in Discord, and everyone was like, okay, but how the fuck is she here again?
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't make any sense. And then we're like, oh, it's gonna be revealed at the end. Yeah. They're all working together or something, and then oh look, they're together, and now they put him in jail, and then he comes back at the end, and they're like, and now we're a team, all three of us, and we're gonna steal the Mona Lisa, and then boom, cliffhanger, and then we're gonna get a new movie next year or something.
I hate video games, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a movie though.
I don't know. I don't consume visual media. I have no
You only listen to music. Okay.
No, only literature and music. No comment on visual media.
Literature is insane. Reading is good.
I think, except when you're reading boring books. I've read boring books this week.
Oh yeah, the thing is like now that I'm studying, like I can't necessarily like read books for the studies and then like I have spare time left over and then I read another book.
No, there's no way. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like during the summer when there's like don't have to read, I can read for fun. But now it's a bit of
I guess.
a bit of a task.
Yeah. I think so. Regarding plot twists, what you said. What's your best plot twist and like most obvious or like worst plot twist in a movie?
I don't know.
Because I
don't consume visual media.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right, dude.
Fuck yeah, that's
I have no clue either. I can't think of it.
No.
I have one. So the best one I think is arguably actually Shutter Island. Have you seen Shutter Island?
No. Don't give the spoilers, dude.
No, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but there's a plot twist in that one, and that one was like, it wasn't when you look. It's one of those when you look back on the rest of the film, you see it in a new light. So if you rewatch the movie, you get all the hints towards it, right? The worst one or the most obvious one is in the relatively new Da Vinci Code sequel, or Angels and Demons. I can't remember what the one is called, but it's the most recent one. It's so fucking obvious that the main like heroine is actually like evil. Yeah, it's super obvious.
I don't know if that's a plot twist, but I like how in have you seen Westworld?
No.
No. Okay. Do you like?
No, you can spoil it.
Yeah, of course. I just assume you haven't watched it since you don't watch it. You don't consume visual media. No, but like halfway through the first episode, like you realize that it's a simulation.
Yeah, it's a robot.
Yeah, they're robots, and they just relive the same day or whatever until they die, and then they reset, and then they do the same thing again, and it's a theme park of sorts. And the first time I watched it, I don't know if I was just like, because there are hints. You can see there's a piano that's playing by itself in a bar, and has like one of those music boxes where you turn the. It has one of those that goes on repeat, and that's how it's played. Like you can see that, you can see everything. Like you can see them making the robots.
It's so obvious. It's staring you right in the face, but you didn't realize it.
There's so much, but you miss it on the first time you watch it, and then when the girl you think is the main character just gets, her father gets shot in the face, and then she's brought into a bar and raped or something, and then she just wakes up the next day and she has the same monologue she had at the start of the episode.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, so they're just reliving it, and then you realize they're robots in it. So I think that's a good twist, because you can see it if you watch it. Like on repeat watchings, it's super obvious.
Yeah.
But the first time I watched it, it caught me by
That's the
surprise.
best ones. It should be staring you in the face. It should be a completely reasonable twist.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like a Deus Ex Machina thing where it's just like out of thin air. What the fuck? Like just twist for twist's sake.
Exactly.
That's when they're the best, I think. What was I thinking of one of the movies from down here, I think. No, actually...
Sällskapsresor?
Yes. No, let's see if I have it. Yes. Where Eagles Dare with Clint Eastwood. This one has a pretty good plot twist. This is actually a really good action movie. Oh, nästan, precis. This is actually like a really good action movie. I would really recommend this one if you haven't seen it. It's from the 60s. It's actually pretty damn good.
Prime Clint Eastwood.
This is
Hot Boy.
Yes. Let's see. When is it from? It's this is a long one. It's over 2 hours and like 30 minutes long.
God damn.
Yeah, it's a long movie. Let's see. Can I not see where it was released? Weird enough, I can't actually see it.
It's supposed to be like down in the box somewhere.
I think it's from the 60s.
It's old.
Sometime. It's old as fuck, but it's really good. Yes, I would recommend this one.
I think the new Bond movie. I don't know if you can call them plot twists, but there's a lot of nice like little twists and turns towards the end.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
It's really good.
I have not. I have
I think like
little to no interest in Bond movies.
no, like the Daniel Craig Bond movies are like so nice. Except the
Quantum of Solace.
No, the one before the latest.
Spectre?
Spectre's ass.
Okay.
But like the other 4, I think are super cool.
I should probably watch.
Oh god, he's done 4 already.
He's done 5.
5 now. Yeah, but this is his last one, right?
Yeah, and I think it's really nice.
Yeah. Are they gonna pass it off to what was the 008 or what was? Because there's a lady.
Well, no one knows, but like in the movie, a lady takes on the title of 007.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if they're gonna.
Because I saw some people saying that Idris Elba should play 007.
The
I think that's
like
perfect.
A lot of people want it, and I also think he's a good fit for the role.
I think that would be really good. I think it would be pretty cool to see a woman play the part as well, though.
Yeah, like.
But the thing is, like, she wouldn't be
like.
I don't know if you can make more Bond movies, but you can make more 007 movies. That's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the tricky part.
Yeah.
Because of how like the Daniel Craig storyline developed.
Exactly.
Like, is it what you call it? Nomi? I can't remember. The 007, the woman who takes on the title of 007 in the last movie.
I have no clue.
Like she can make you can make 007 movies with her, but you can't do a Bond movie.
Yeah, because she's not James Bond. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
well, I think Daniel Craig had an interest. There wasn't his take like we shouldn't have.
We don't need a female Bond. We just need like actually good female.
Yeah,
roles.
a good female, role for someone to play. Yeah.
I think that's a reasonable take.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think if I had to pick the new Bond, it would probably be like Idris Elba would probably be my like.
Yeah. Don't say that on Twitter though. You'll get hounded down.
Really?
Yeah.
What's Nazi Twitter or okay, sure.
Well,
no.
right-wing libertarian
yes.
I'm a libcon. What do you mean? Okay, bro, you hate taxes and women. I get it.
When you hate road taxes and women, there we go.
Yeah. The libcon. Okay. You dislike equality and you dislike taxes. Okay. Like. You don't need
this is now the Economical Politics podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Featuring 3 idiots.
This has so much to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, and we are so qualified to talk about this stuff.
Okay.
3 white guys, presumably straight. Yes. I don't know, dude. I think the thing with James Bond movies is that even when they're like kind of bad, they're still kind of good because they're so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but they're also like they're always so well made.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that's so. I really like that, and I think it's like I don't know. There's something like super romantic about them. That like, I think it's because it's British and they romanticize like the European continent so much. So like when they like the Alps and maybe if they go down towards like even like Northern Africa or like I think like it's a bit of a I don't know maybe oriental view of like the rest of the world, but I think it's super visually intriguing.
Yeah, there's absolutely a bit of Orientalism and Occidentalism when it comes to the James Bond movies, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, I think I haven't seen all of the James Bond movies, but I've seen some. I think I skipped all the ones from like the 80s and the 90s.
Jesus Christ, there's Oscar, or a guy, one of our friends.
Oxbiel.
Yeah, Oxbiel. He, so in preparation for the new James Bond movie, he decided that, of course, he had to watch every single one of the other James Bond movies.
That makes sense, yes.
In order, yes. So him and his father just
blasted
all
through
of them.
Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, dude, I think I've seen the first one, Dr. No, or whatever it's called, from like 61, I want to say, 62?
Like 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were younger and when you bought Expressen, you got a James Bond movie and there was a new one every week?
I didn't buy that when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, like it was some kind of promotion, I think, for a Bond movie.
Yeah.
So you could if you had all of them, they made a box set.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But
so
the Bond news, the old ones are super different from the newer ones.
Yeah.
Which also due to like Daniel Craig and the way he plays the role.
Yeah.
And also the fact that like the ones right before Daniel Craig are fucking ass. With Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, are they terrible?
They're awful.
Really? Those are the 90s ones, right? With like
they're like early, they're like late 90s.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Not No Time to Die. It's like
which ones are the
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Okay.
I think
they're
that's
super awful. The one where there's like the North Korean twins and one of them has like some fucking crystal thing mask putting on, so he like transforms into British. And then it's like super fucking stupid. Like, and then they visit like the ice hotel in Kiruna and everything, and it's like super fucking retarded.
Oh, those are the movies when they still were doing silly James Bond, sort of.
Yeah, and it's like super over. Yeah, but they're also like super over. But that's like.
I mean, aren't the
older ones aren't that silly? It's like the the Pierce Brosnan one where it's like super wacky CGI and like.
Yeah. Well, aren't the new ones kind of over the top as well? Like he falls from an exploding airplane and.
But these ones are kind of more like let's say Hollywood insane.
Yeah.
Kind of like Fast and the Furious movies, yeah, or like a Transformers movie. Whereas I feel like the old ones are more like Saturday morning cartoon evil villain.
Even you seem like someone that would understand the appeal of the Fast and Furious franchise.
No.
I do not. Okay.
No. Okay.
I also when you grow up in Jönköping, let me just tell you, most people yes, that's the Epa-traktor, you know. But no, I have never really found the appeal in them.
Tokyo Drift is insane. That's the only one I can remember. Watching the entire thing.
Pedranti likes Tokyo Drift.
But that's like a nice movie.
Yeah, I mean he likes them but he's also a car person, so he like really likes.
But the thing
that part about
the new Bonds are like classic action movie.
Yeah.
Well, like the slightly older ones with Pierce Brosnan, those are like the Transformer and Fast and Furious, I think.
Yeah.
Where it's like super over the top shit.
The new Daniel Craig Bond movies, like they remind me of what's the Bourne movies almost. Yeah. In the sort of scale of the action and what type of action it is. It's more grounded in reality than some of the more insane Bond movies that are like earlier,
And also like maybe the action, like the big action sequences are more like maybe like Die Hard-esque in terms of like the scale and like there's not like a fucking Arctic tsunami that you have to like surf on and shit.
Yeah.
And then you have to jump into the invisible car and get like crystal therapy to turn white. It's not that kind of weird shit they're doing.
It's not LSD Bond.
No, it's not that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, what was I thinking? I was thinking of something. Go on.
The fact that Jason Statham is also one of those actors that play the same role, the same guy in every movie.
Yeah, except in the movies where he's actually good. When he played in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch, he's actually good. But but that's just because those are Guy Ritchie movies.
Yeah.
Then all the other, it's just Jason Statham.
Driver, or is it called?
Yeah, Driver. When he that could be a Ryan Gosling movie. That's just like this guy driving a car.
Isn't that just Drive then? What?
Well, yeah.
Drive and Driver are two different.
I know. But
I think I'm thinking.
Driver is an action movie.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Transporter.
Oh wait, I might have to think of that.
Yeah, because then they're doing the bank robbery and they go into the car and he's like, no, you're one guy too many, I can't drive if it's not this exact amount of kilos in the car. And so they shoot one guy and throw him out.
Boys with autism.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, dude. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's you seen the movie Crank with Jason Statham, where he has to keep his adrenaline up?
If you're gonna ask me, have you seen X? It's probably no. I didn't watch that many movies growing up.
Yeah.
Well, that's another like archetypical Jason Statham movie, like grimy bald guy doing action things.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Have you seen the 2005 Doom movie?
Oh,
no.
This one? I have it here. This one is interesting.
This can't be all the movies you own, right? This is just you.
This is the collection I brought to with me here. But yes, I do not own that many
so
movies.
How did you decide on which movies to bring? Because
mostly these ones are the ones I bought recently. Because I didn't actually, we didn't buy that many movies growing up on DVD. We just rented them.
Smart.
So we never really had that many movies, especially no like action movies or anything. Because my dad is like, he only watches like feel good movies or like some Robert De Niro movies and things like that. He's that kind of guy.
Feel good movies in what way? Because like
they have to be very serious or very.
Yeah, so like The Untouchables, because it's a sad movie,
yes.
but it makes me feel good. At the same time I'm sad.
It things like that, yeah. You know, yeah.
This shit's grimy.
Yeah, this shit. When I was I was 14. I was on a skiing holiday with my church, and the snow melted in the mountains, so we couldn't go skiing. And we were basically locked in this hotel, like in the middle of nowhere. It's a place called Kittelfjell, and I had this movie downloaded on my iPhone. I think I must have watched it like 7 times just to do something, because I was going insane there. I had like nothing to do.
Couldn't you just go outside, go for a walk? I don't know.
Oh fuck! I was 14. That sucked, dude.
What do you mean?
Walking sucks.
Going outside. Yeah. As a 14-year-old gamer, dude, what do you think? Alright, so what's interesting about this movie is it's Carl Urban and The Rock, right?
Yeah.
And naturally you would assume like, oh, Doom guy, oh, The Rock is Doom guy, right?
Yeah.
The Rock is actually the villain in this movie. Which is like, I feel like almost unheard of in any other movie that The Rock is in.
Yeah.
Doesn't he play like kind of bad, like an anti-hero, like a sub-villain in one of the Fast and Furious movies?
I think so, kinda, but even then, like...
But then he still ends up working together with a...
It's about family.
Exactly, Vin Diesel.
I'm so fucking done with it.
Yeah, so this one is like... This one is a stupid fucking movie. It's Aliens, but like worse.
Yeah.
But the fact that they got The Rock to play the villain is just kind of impressive. Like, how did...
that movie super old? Like, The Rock was nowhere near what it is today. Like,
it was 2005, so yeah. He was still mostly known for his wrestling.
Yeah, did he still have hair when he did that one?
No, he was bald.
Okay.
At least...
Because I think that's a big... If you like... Dwayne The Rock Johnson... Before and after bald, like 2 completely different characters.
That's true. That's true.
That's a good cutoff point in his career.
Huh, actually, yeah. No, I don't know. The Rock is just... I don't know what to say. He's so like... He's so persistent in like pop culture, but I feel like he has like no character. Like, who is The Rock? He's just somehow he's like a kind of funny guy who's also really...
He's just like the super celebrity.
Yeah.
Like...
I guess.
He's simply like a media darling, and just like everyone wants to be associated with like him.
Yeah.
He doesn't produce any like good forms of...
But I think he's also like very uncontroversial, right?
Yeah, he's
super...
He's a super family friendly super celebrity that
does
like super tame box office movies. Like,
yeah.
That man's rich.
In one thing, it's kind of interesting because because he sort of brought back the Muscle Man as the lead hero.
Yeah.
Which sort of ended in 1994 with that Schwarzenegger movie. Which one is that? Let me see. Schwarzenegger. 1994. Is it Last Action Hero? No. Is it True Lies? Wait, no. Is it 1996 maybe? Yeah, Eraser. Yeah, that one.
Sure.
So in 1996 he did Eraser.
Sure.
And then I read an article about this, and basically they're saying that the 90s/80s like buff action hero ended with this movie. After that, we were back to movies like Matrix, Fight Club, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
then you get like Jason Statham.
Yeah, exactly. The more everyday guy, sort of, but still like kind of a hero, you know.
I just associate The Rock with Jumanji.
Yeah. But I think honestly, I think The Rock is best when he's not necessarily like the main guy in the movie. When he's just like he plays a big part, but he's just he's just there chilling.
His character is always like pretty flat.
It's always the same.
Well, I mean, sure, but he like.
That's why he should be a side character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
he's much better as the side character because that.
But that's like.
Then it's not a problem.
Jumanji 1, Jumanji 2, and they make the fucking another movie like this. I don't know what it's called, like generic jungle adventure movie. Again.
Yeah, the river cruise thing. Or
no, he has made another one. A Journey to Journey the Lost Island, I think it's called.
Journey
the Lost Island, where they go there searching for there's a kid. He's like 14, 16, somewhere ambiguous teenager.
Okay.
And he goes to some island to look for his grandpa, and the animals are really big, and there's a monster, and there's a submarine or something. And his grandpa sent him some letters.
But it's like generic he's action man.
He's kind of action man, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson plays his stepfather, and he doesn't like his stepfather, but then they become friends or something.
But that's also interesting, because when you compare to Schwarzenegger, I feel like almost all Schwarzenegger characters has its really own separate character.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like most Schwarzenegger characters aren't the same. You have some ones where it's like, I guess you could say Commando and
what's
like...
the one where he's a kindergartner teacher?
A kindergarten cop.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic movie. That's one of the ones I've
That's a fucking Christmas movie.
Ooh, I gotta see. Oh, that's 2 Christmas movies I gotta see.
Have you seen Kindergarten Cop 2?
No. What? No.
Featuring Dolph Lundgren?
No, what?
It's a
let's go, baby!
It's a fucking disaster.
Sweden represent!
They basically make Kindergarten Cop, but instead he's a 60-year-old Swedish guy, and he's still and he has some kind of romance with a kindergarten teacher, and she's like 20-something, and it's a little bit weird.
That's just Dolph Lundgren IRL as well.
Dolph Lundgren is a king, though.
Is he?
I think
I know too little about him.
He's in Mensa. He's like hyper intelligent.
Yeah. I think he's like a chemist or something. Yeah, he's like actually really smart.
He's a really smart guy, but then also dates like 25-year-olds.
Oh, so okay.
But that's like the Leonardo.
Nah, but it's a part of the culture.
It's a DiCaprio syndrome.
Yeah, kinda.
No, but like
you go to the excursion, and by the time the gala is over, the date is too young.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Too old, you mean? I think. Yeah.
What did I say?
Too young.
Yeah, but Dolph Lundgren starred in a online casino commercial where he lived in a lighthouse, and he had a penguin that was just chilling there, and he went down the store. Oh yeah, it's a seagull.
And it's like, I gotta go buy some shit, and it like dives into the ocean to go to the mainland.
Yeah, in a full monsoon, and he just goes in. Michael Phelps swims to the mainland, buys something, swims back, one arm. He's like, it's wet now.
Jesus Christ.
That's not the A-Team, but the other movies, like every action.
Expendables?
Yeah, I haven't seen a single.
Yeah, every single action actor.
Oh, I saw that movie and I was like expecting, they got all these actors, they gotta do something with it. It was boring as fuck. It was one of the worst action movies I've ever seen. And they did like nothing with the actors that was actually interesting.
That was the one that was really controversial a couple of years ago because Terry Crews got...
sexually harassed, right?
Sexually harassed.
Yeah. I know.
I don't know if it was like on set or something, but like one of the producers was
yeah, I think so. Yeah, absolutely, and I think that was justified. I mean, doing that shit is not okay.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I was gonna say regarding Kindergarten Cop, I don't think that one is as much a holiday movie, but he did do Jingle All the Way, right? That's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas movie.
What? Sure.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way. Yeah, this one. This one is also from '96, yes. This one I saw in school because we had our teacher. He was like 50 something. Yeah, he grew up like in the 80s. He was like a teenager or like a young adult in the 80s, and he just loved Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. So we were 11 for like to learn like film class, like learn Röda tråden, like the red line, following a story, like. Oh, hindrance solution. We got to watch The Terminator to illustrate. Oh, and here you can see, problem, the Terminator comes. Solution, they shoot him. Problem, he's chasing them in a car. Solution, they shoot him. Which was just an excuse for him to watch The Terminator in class. And then we watched this as the Christmas movie. And this one is pretty good. I gotta rewatch that one. However, the best Christmas movie of all time, and I maintain this, I know this is kind of a meme at some point, but Die Hard is truly the best Christmas movie of all time, and it is a fucking Christmas movie.
Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2 is one of those movies you watch on cable late at night. If it's on. Yeah, but Die Hard 2 is like good. Die Hard 2 is also a good movie, but Die Hard 1 is just, it's like almost perfectly paced, I think. Like,
I have not watched it.
have you not watched Die Hard?
Oh, I'm not super big into action movies.
I would, yes, I would recommend watching Die Hard.
Yeah, so sure, it's probably enjoyable.
Well, it's Jackie Chan and
Rush Hour. Is that
yeah, Rush Hour.
Yeah,
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour. That's the Kool-Aid.
That's the Kool-Aid.
And then Spy Next Door, but also it's Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah, I watched that as a kid so much. That was like what 2009 movie.
Yeah, we had like as a routine, like every Friday we went to like the video store and we rented a movie.
Yeah.
And
that was a routine for you guys?
Yeah,
renting VHS?
No, it was DVD. And then at the beginning, there was like before streaming services.
Yeah.
And then like at first we had like watched every Scooby-Doo movie, and then there were action movies. And it was like Rush Hour, Spy Next Door, Die Hard.
Yeah.
We did that. That's a really big difference. I think between us age-wise. That when I was young, we went to some shady corner store, rented a VHS.
Yeah.
And when you were young, you went somewhere and rented a DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we still had VHS.
Oh yeah, of course. But
the big age difference is between those who experienced rental movies and those who didn't.
Yeah, that's
I think so. Yeah.
Kids that don't know what the fuck like renting a movie is. That's crazy.
What do you mean? You go on the Netflix, you click on the button.
And for mine, the big divide is the kids who have an iPad growing up.
Oh yeah.
That's not like there are so many, but I think there's a very very neat cutoff point between. Some people grew up renting VHSs sometimes, and some people grew up renting DVDs.
Yeah.
Like the swap over was kind of fast. To me.
I remember us having VHS for like the longest time when I was a kid, and then eventually we got DVDs.
Yeah, we also had, but I think like it's the same like experience. Like you rent the movie.
Oh yeah, exactly. Of course.
Compared to those who like grow up and just like you get handed an iPad.
You know what was insane though? One of my family friends. He like loves tech, right, and all like gadgets and stuff. He bought a PS3 on release, and he had Blu-rays. I remember the first movie I ever watched on Blu-ray as a kid with like 60 hertz interpolation on the TV, so the entire movie was like in 60 FPS and HD. Was Spider-Man 1 when I was 7 years old.
Hell yeah!
That movie was like insane. That was like one of the best movie-going experiences I've ever had. And that was just me on their couch, like at 8 a.m. really tired, playing Game Boy and watching Spider-Man. Like, Jesus Christ.
Blu-rays, that's a fucking weird one. Like, we never had a Blu-ray player.
Yeah, we had.
But that shit also died because like there was like the war between like Blu-ray and like the premium DVD stuff.
Yeah, the HD DVD. Yeah.
Yeah, but that shit also has died because of streaming services.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. I mean, Blu-rays have their like when I was got that PC, I was thinking about getting one with getting a Blu-ray drive and putting in it. But even then, like the thing is that DVDs are just so cheap to buy secondhand now. So if you don't own your own media, like I want to, then it's just so much harder to buy a DVD. And like then, if you want to, you could if you want like a higher resolution, you could always just use like AI to upscale it. Yeah. Which works, not great, but it does work. Yeah. Yeah. But then there's like the problem with DVDs. I have this here, which is a Predator like 4-movie collection that released like. I think like 2 years ago or something.
What a needless assortment of movies you have down there.
Yeah, I do. So like you have the original Predator, which is like an actually like great movie. Second one is pretty okay, and then I have the last one. Like you see, all these ones have like a red piece like showing. Oh, it shows the character and the Predator. Looks good. The latest one is just like it looks like ripped off of a DVD in like a Mexican sweatshop somewhere, and the like this movie. Like on DVD, just looks worse than all of the other ones. It looks like someone like screen captured a 240p like streaming site.
It looks like someone ripped it at home using Windows Media Player.
Exactly. It
was I just like when I was a kid, I did that. Like I had like CDs at home. Yeah. Music CDs, and I ripped them. I made multiples, and then I gave them to my friends. Yeah. Like I have this this CD is really good. Listen to it, and then I went to the library and I borrowed the some audiobook and I was like, this shit fire. Yeah. And so I ripped the entire thing and like put it on a DVD, and then I went to give it back to the library, and I still had it, and it was free money.
There you go. not sure if money, but free audiobook.
That's another thing. Like people who don't know it, like if there's a movie on TV and then they would tape it with a VHS and just like save it for later.
Oh yeah.
And like people don't know the fucking.
That was
the hassle.
The hassle.
Yeah. The VHS was like kind of insane, you know, when that was like the VCRs came about.
Yeah.
Some of the movie and like film, like TV companies were trying to sue the makers of them, but then the guy who did Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Mr. Roger, he actually convinced the congressman to like, it's better that kids or their families can record it and watch it together rather than some people making slightly more money. Which is like insane that happened in like 80s corporate America. But yeah, that's a cool
what
thing.
A king, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah,
shout out to Mr. Rogers one time.
Shout out, dude. Shout out. Okay, so I think we're closing up on the end here.
Yeah.
We have talked so much Yu-Gi-Oh today.
Hell yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. I'm sorry for the camera angle. We're gonna see if we can set it up better next time. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.